Today, we're delving into the heart of one of the most emotionally resonating anime series to emerge in recent years. Also happens to be one of my favorite anime movies of all time, Violet Evergarden. This emotional tale explores the profound struggles with post-traumatic stress disorder through the lens of a former child soldier, Violet Evergarden. In this video, we'll unravel the layers of Violet's journey as she seeks to understand the world and herself after the horrors of war. We'll examine how her experiences as a soldier have shaped her into the person she is today, and how she navigates the complexities of human emotions through the delicate art of letter writing. Violet Evergarden tells the story of a young woman who, after serving as a child soldier in a devastating war, embarks on a quest to understand the meaning of the words, "I love you." Words that were once said to her by Major Gilbert, her commander and the person that she cherishes most. Now, as a skilled auto memories doll, Violet writes letters that help people express their deepest emotions. Violet's journey is not just about her professional achievements, though they are touched on. It is mainly about her personal growth and how she changes over time as she learns through the letters that she writes. Violet begins to uncover and confront her own buried feelings and experiences from the war. Her interactions with others reveal her struggle to connect emotionally and understand herself beyond the battlefield. To truly appreciate Violet's journey, it's essential to understand the context of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD often develops after someone has experienced a traumatic event, leading to symptoms such as nightmares, flashbacks, isolation, irritability, and difficulty sleeping. In the show and in the movie, we see Violet grappling with these symptoms in her quest for emotional healing. Her experiences as a child soldier have left deep scars, manifesting in her struggles with trust, intimacy, and emotional expression. These issues are compounded by her role as a soldier, where she was often seen more as a tool of war than as a person. A significant symbol in Violet's story is the emerald that is given to her by Major Gilbert. This token represents both her trauma and her enduring love for him. Each interaction Violet has while working as an auto memories doll helps her piece together her identity and process her past. Her journey is a poignant exploration of how trauma and love often intersects. Violet's story provides a window into the complexities of living with trauma and the importance of compassion and patience in the healing process. There are many soldiers who struggle with PTSD because they struggle with things that they have seen, they've struggled with things that they have done, whether from orders higher up or because they were stuck in between a rock and a hard place. The terrors of war follow many soldiers. Not shying away from the idea of using children in war is, I think, a really good thing in this show, because even if you don't believe it, in the real world, that is the truth about war. Children are used as tools, and many times they get overlooked as subjects and victims of PTSD because they are kids. I wonder how many children around the world suffer from PTSD because of the military conflicts taking place in their backyards and in their homes. As a veteran myself, seeing combat veterans who struggle with PTSD definitely strikes a chord with me for sure. As an American, I am thankful for all of the soldiers who have over the years laid down their lives to allow us to have the freedoms that we still enjoy to this day. Now, having said that, I don't want to downplay the suffering of soldiers in war. But what of the children? Do we think of the young people who suffer in war-torn countries? Many times, people struggle to deal with a loved one who is struggling with PTSD because it can be scary and it can be frightening. It is easy to feel powerless in the face of seeing a loved one terrorized by visions and memories that you cannot protect them from. So what can we do, and how can we help? Here are 5 things that we can do to ease the burden for those who are plagued with PTSD. Number 1, be available to listen, but never push them to talk. Traumatic events do not need to be rehashed or relived, but sometimes someone will want to get an event off their chest. If they speak, don't interrupt and don't overreact. Number 2, encourage them to do things, but don't force them into doing things. plan events, go on a family dinner. If they enjoy something, the movies or museums or something that takes them to do things they enjoy. Number 3, anticipate triggers that could cause them to have a panic attack. By anticipating triggers, you can help them stay calm and to not fall into a stress state that they could hurt themselves or others around them. Always be ready to be a calm voice in the midst of the storm. Number 4, encourage them to have a counselor or a therapist that is trained to deal with such struggles. Getting a therapist who is qualified to deal with such things is a very good move, and oftentimes can really help a person struggling having a confidential outlet to release some of their pain and suffering if needed. And number 5, be positive and be compassionate. The inverse of this, don't be negative. Negativity is closely akin to fear, and fear causes trauma. Do your best to empathize with their hurts and be available. To bring it all back home, Violet Evergarden is a profound exploration of the effects of trauma and the power of love and understanding. It reminds us of the importance of empathy and the complex path to healing from something like PTSD. I know this has been more of a serious talk about PTSD and not quite as much a focus on the anime at hand or how Violet and Major Gilbert overcome their struggles, but it is a topic that I care deeply about and thought I should say something about while I can. Thank you all for attending today's lesson. This has been Anime Psychology 101, and we will see you in the next video.